Yo, boys, if you clicked on this video, you probably want to make money to some degree. You probably resonate to some degree, whether it's my content, the decisions I made in order to get here, and you definitely want to become successful in any way, shape, or form. Now, I started off in the same boat as a lot of you guys. I was jacked, I was in shape, but I was broke. I knew I didn't want to go the regular route of everybody else. I know I didn't want to go to college. I know I didn't want to get a regular job and slave away for 30, 40 years so I can own the nice things I want and be a millionaire when I'm 60 something years old and my dick doesn't work, right? I knew that was not what I wanted in my life, and that's why I went against the grain. I took actions that the average person wouldn't do because I didn't want to be average. You guys have to understand, if you want to be the 1%, the 1, 2% that are successful, why on earth will you take the actions of your peers that are like everybody else? Why on earth would you listen to a college professor that's broke, average, drives a regular car, makes shit money? How is he going to teach you business, right? Because I was going to do the same thing. I was going to go to school for business, but then I realized that the people teaching me business don't know what the fuck they're talking about, right? That's where the world of info came in, right? This whole online info space where people essentially show you how to start a business, right? But let me tell you something else. This video is made for those people that are serious about taking action. Let me tell you one more thing. If you can sit through an hour and a half or so video and get all the sauce for free, you're not spending any money. This is free on YouTube. All the sauce of everything I've done to become successful, everything I've done for my students, and how you can do it yourself. You're simply not meant to be successful. Absolutely not meant to be successful. But if you are serious, you've been following me for a while, you've seen the content, you've seen the changes I've been able to make in my life in just about a year of doing this, then this video is for you. I'm going to be breaking down my entire story from A to Z, exactly step by step how this blueprint works and how I've made money from it and how my students have made money from it. I'm also going to show testimonials of students, and I'm even going to show at the end a full breakdown of one of my students live making a $1,000 deal on a 40-minute phone call. And I'll be showing you that as well. So if you think that social media making money, it's a scam, this and that, you're coping. You're coping because there's people younger than you, probably in worse shape than you, making more money than you. How does it feel to know that there's men out there that are less qualified than you, but they're making more money than you simply because they took action on their ambitions, they got the mentor, they got the information, and they took those actionable steps to become the man that you want to be? There's guys, that used to piss me off too. And my original mentor, I'd see guys in his community or in his testimonials and wins, and I'm like, bro, I'm way bigger than these guys. I'm in way better shape than these guys. But they're having $1,000 days, $2,000 days, and I'm working for 2 weeks to make that same $1,000. I'm working for a whole month to make that same 2K that these guys are making on a phone call. So listen, guys, I was in the same boat as every single person watching this, bro. So if you're ready to take action, you're ready to start this, watch the whole video. Promise you, take notes on everything, be dialed in. Listen, put your phone on Do Not Disturb, just lock in on this for an hour and a half, and it's going to completely change your life, bro. From A to Z, I'm going to show you everything I did. And listen, guys, now is your time. Let's do it. I'm going to show you guys everything. I'm going to show you my story and some student wins right now. Yo, boys, today I'm giving you a full breakdown on my story. Everything I went through to become a 6-figure-a-year online coach, from being dead broke at Taco Bell, working 2 jobs, doing construction shifts on the weekend, to me completely changing my life with this business model. And I'm giving all sauce away for free. But the first thing we're going to start off with, guys, is essentially everything I've done, my story, how I came about and how I made this happen, right? So start off and go ahead real quick and share my screen to you guys, right? Boom. Okay. So guys, I want you guys to understand this, bro. I was in the same boat as almost every single person watching this video. I was dead broke. I made a transformation though, right? I went from this right here. I was like, it's like, maybe freshman year of high school or so, maybe like 8th grade. 110 pounds, bro. Frail, literally a twig. And then I bulked up to 180 pounds, bro. Yeah, this is me, just graduated high school. I made that transformation, but then still working at Taco Bell. I'm still broke as shit. I mean, you're seeing me right here. That fake happiness through that smile, I hated my life. I had to work 2 Taco Bell jobs to support my family. Had a mom, single mom, right? I worked my ass off to pay the bills, bro. I had 2 jobs, bro. And I never felt like I was enough, right? Maybe some people watching this, maybe you feel the same way. I never felt like I was enough growing up. I felt like I needed outside materialistic things to show who I am. You know, growing up, I had a close friend of mine who still love to death to this day, a really close friend of mine, but his family was more fortunate than me, right? They made more money than my family, or at least more than my mom. I was living with my single mom, right? So, you know, with that being said, he'd have the cool stuff, right? We both love cars, and I always wanted to have a cool car, like a Camaro, a Corvette, and he had that, right? His parents helped him out, down payment, etc., helped him out a little bit. He had the cool car, and I'm like, fuck, man, you know. And then I never felt like I was enough growing up, so what did I do? Bought another cool car, and dude, I had to work two jobs, two Taco Bell jobs, while I was in school to pay for that car. Right. And then after that, sold that car. I got even more expensive car, expensive ass fucking convertible Camaro. And then I'm here like spending all this money on it, right? Two jobs, bro. And even then, I had this. I always felt like I was different than everybody else, and I always felt like I was meant for more. But also always felt like I had something to prove in life, right? So I want you guys to understand all these tattoos you see on my body, right? I've had these tattoos since I was 16 years old. Since my 16th birthday, I got my full chest done, tatted up. While in high school, mentioned I'm like, what, 10th grade, full chest tattoo, 10th grade. Then, you know, at 17 years old, I got the rest of the sleeve done, right? I got like everything up to here, still at 16, and then I got this top part done on my 17th birthday. So guys, I've been fully tattooed pretty much since I was 16 years old, just because I knew I was unique, but also because I felt like I had to stand out. I didn't feel like I was enough. I feel like I had to do all these things to look cool or to stand out, right? Whether it's spending all my money on a car, fucking two jobs to have a car, or getting tired of the fuck up being unique. Bro, teachers thought I repeated like 3 grades. Teachers thought I was like 20 years old, right? On top of that, being fully transparent, since I was 17 years old, senior year of high school, like towards the end of it, I started taking testosterone. I started taking PEDs because my whole life was the gym. The gym was like the rock in my hard place. Like it was my rock. Like I loved the gym. All I wanted to do in life. Like I literally since I was 12 years old, I'd sneak into my fucking dad's little weight room and I'd pump weight. I go to GNC and I lie about my age and no, I'm 15 and I buy pre-workout, you know, at 12 years old, 13 years old. Like that was my life. My life was the gym, bro. And growing up, my brother was a personal trainer as well in person and online, but he was a personal trainer, still is to this day. So seeing that, like the gym has always been in my family. I'm like, bro, I gotta do this, bro. I gotta go all in. I gotta get in the best shape possible. And that's how I was able to make this transformation. But just a little background for you guys. I'm in the same boat as a lot of you guys growing up and even now. My whole life is the gym and it always will be, bro. That's always been the way to get my stress out. I get that 1 hour in the gym. Any problems I have in life financially or emotionally or whatever I got going on, it just goes away. I get to feel something, right? That was my whole thought process growing up. And like I said, I've always been all in on this, bro. Growing up, I've always had that lack of self-love where, like I said, the tattoos, an example of it. Wanted to stand out, wanted to be cool, right? The car, spending on two jobs, right? Just to pay that shit. Just wanted to stand out, wanted to look cool. And throughout all that, I found myself through that pain. I found myself through those struggles. When I was going to school and I had no social life because besides looking cool in school because I have the cool car and have these tattoos, I'm fucking working, bro. I'm working two jobs. I'd work like 10-hour shifts. From Monday to like Saturday, I had like one day off. I'd work 10-hour shifts. I get out of school, I had that early release program in school. I get out at 11:30, rush home to eat, and then from like 12 to 10, I'm at work. And then late at night, hit the gym. I'd run like 5, 6 hours of sleep every single day. But I have no regrets in life, guys, because it showed me what it takes to be successful. And I learned that working hourly was not that. I learned that working a job, the 9 to 5, the job trade wasn't that. I even looked into it on a college level. I'm like, 4 years to make 60, 70 grand, going to all this debt, even if it's free, like 60, 70 grand a year. I can't imagine myself making that much. I know I was meant for more. And even though I lacked self-love in the beginning of my journey, I always knew that I was meant for more. So yeah, guys, that's the start. Made the transformation. Was broke, working two jobs just to look cool and make this money, right? At a young age, doing construction shifts on the weekend. It's me like 14, 15. So what happened is I said, you know what? I see all these dudes online, right? Same way, vice versa. Now, full circle moment. You guys are seeing me online. I'm seeing these guys making money, driving my dream car, dream Corvette, my fucking dream apartment. They're doing all these things, and I'm like, bro, how the fuck are they doing this, bro? I'm here working fucking two jobs. I'm slaving. I'm hating my fucking life. How are these guys making money online? And I saw this guy online mentorship, right? Showing guys how to be online fitness coaches, how to turn jack guys and their physique and the transformation into a actual business. And I'm like, oh my God, light bulb moment. And my brother was an in-person trainer, but I see him like slaving in the gym. Like he's in the gym like 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Like, he's basically 9 to 5, but it's a business, right? 9 to 5, but he makes more than, 60K a year. Maybe he makes 140, 150, but he's in the gym all day. It's he doesn't have that time freedom that I wanted. Yeah, he has his own schedule and he takes the weekends off, but that's what a 9 to 5 is anyway. So I knew I didn't want to do the in-person training route. So this was my light bulb moment. I go, oh shit, I can make money off my transformation of what I love online. Let me give this a shot, bro. But I was hard-headed. I remember I saw this guy's webinar, his workshop. It's like free training. It's a free training, but it's just to sell you, right? Kind of like free. It was a free training, but I mean, they give you some free sauce, but like a little like, general idea. But at the end, you obviously get pitched to join the mentorship to get all the sauce in one place and cut the check for speed. I was hard-headed. I'm like, I don't need that shit, bro. I'll figure it out on my own. ChatGPT, YouTube, like all these average motherfuckers think about courses and info and mentorship. That was me. Like, nah, I could get all that shit on fucking ChatGPT. It's a scam. Nah, I don't need that shit. So guess what? I did it on my own. ChatGPT, YouTube, Google for like 5, 6 months. These are the results I was getting. Every time I post, I do bad genetics, whatever it is, finance. I'm talking about finances. I don't even fucking remember this. Like the topics, like they just weren't attracting the people I needed, and I just wasn't going viral. And then looking back on it now, because I was boring as shit, but I didn't know how to be entertaining. I didn't know how to be viral. I didn't know how to captivate an audience. I didn't know any of this shit, bro. I didn't even know how to make money off it. I didn't know about financing. Like I thought people would just genuinely pay these guys 1K, 2K up front. I didn't know shit about sales. I know nothing. And then my results reflected that. I did social media from I think it was October until about I think it was October to like January, 3 months with no mentorship, no results. No results. I was getting no views, making no money. And ultimately I kept consuming this guy's content. I realized, man, like he knows something I don't. Like he's living my dream life, and I'm still working this job, and I hate it. And you know what? I'm gonna invest in a mentor. I need to see what this is about. So I invested into a mentor, bro. Not gonna say the amount, but I invested into a mentor. Um, that time I was so young, I was 18 years old. So like I didn't really have a good credit to get approved on anything, any financing. So that time I remember I only had $1,000 saved up in my bank. So I had to use $1,000 of my money and $1,000 of my family's money. I think it was 500 for my mom, 500 for my brother. And I invested into this. My last dollar into learning how to do this. That's how all in I was. And that's always been me my whole life. It's for me, it's either all in or nothing, bro. All in on fucking, yeah, I want this car, I'm all in. I'm working 2 jobs for it. If I want to look and have these tattoos, I'm working 2 jobs and I'm doing construction. But I'm gonna have the tattoos in a young age. I want that shit. So that's how it was with this too. But what ended up happening is over time, I got the guidance, right? And sometime in between those guys, started getting results. These are more recent, right? But started getting some videos 100K, 200K, or the mentorship, right? And even then, even before I was going viral, even when I had about 1,300 followers or something like that, because when I started with my mentor, I had 1,300 followers. I had 1,100 when I started. After 3 or 4 months, 1,300. I gained 200 followers in all this time. My first month, I gained 400 followers with him. So I gained in 1 month double what it took me 3 months to gain. Oh shit, okay. So I'm trying to see results. But not only that, the 400 followers I gained were mainly US, and they were also my target buyer because I'm speaking to the past version of myself when I'm making these videos, the talking videos, even the videos that go more viral and the transformations. I'm targeting the version of myself that I used to be, right? The before, the after. It's everything is purposeful now. Everything has guidance. Everything has a meaning. Everything has an end goal. But now I've developed a completely brand new strategy, which I'll be going over later, called the trial reel strategy. This strategy, if I was still a fitness coach back then, like if right now, because I know I do, I'll show you guys how to be fitness coaches, right? Different niche. But man, my income would have been even higher. I didn't know about this shit. I learned this on my own with my business partner, Michael. I learned this with him, right? He showed me this. We tried testing it out. We made it work. This right here is from my main account. If you guys don't know this, I have two accounts. I have anydiaz.3 on Instagram, anydiaz.official, right? Anydiaz.3. I was able to get it 70 million views. I think it was 69 million or 68 million in 12 days. 12 days, 68 million views using this exact same strategy. I know you guys see the cars and stuff like that, but if I had students have similar results, you don't need a car. It's that shock factor. Having a clip, having the first 2, 3 seconds really hook them in. It could be a physique transformation. It could be a physique transformation when you got a video in the same spot, you're tapping your stomach, and boom, you got shredded, or boom, you got jacked. All these things matter. And I show you how to structure a viral video. And I'm going to show you later on in the video as well. But that's what I've done. And as you're seeing here the results, look at all these viral videos. And they were like one after the other. Boom, 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 boom. Right? It was just like, holy shit, this is fucking nuts. Right? And then from there, like I mentioned, you got 68 million. 68 million views in just 12 days. If you think I'm lying to you, look at the fucking timestamps, bro. January 1st to January 12th. 68 million views in 12 days using this strategy, right? We reached 34.8 million accounts. And then I finally had my breakthrough moment. It was February 14th, Valentine's Day of last year. Not only was it my first day making money with this, but it was a pretty good day too. Right? Before that, no, I lied. Before that, I had a $900 sale, but it's my first big day. That $900 sale fueled everything. I think before that, I had a $1,200 sale, but I went from making like 2K a month from this on the side. It was like a side hustle, like 2K, which even then, look, if you would, get into info, you get into, becoming a fitness coach, etc., and your regular 9 to 5 pays you 2 to 3 grand, and then you make 2 grand from your online fucking fitness business, you still doubled your income, so it's a win-win. But I wanted more than that. I didn't want to come with that pussy mindset. I wanted to make this a legitimate business where I could change my life, make 10K, 20K a month, and help my mom out, help my family out, buy my dream car. I knew I wanted to take this to the next level. So this is like fucking that first powder for those fucking addicts, right? That's what it was for me. It was like, dude, I made $2,700 in a day. Like it was Valentine's Day. And I remember it vividly, bro. I had a call at, I think it was at 12 p.m. lunchtime. Then I had a call at 3 p.m. One of a guy, one of a girl. The guy, so someone I knew from work. I used to work at the airport as well, in addition to Taco Bell. And he see me jacked. He sees me filling out the clothes. He's like, yo, bro. And I had talked to him a little bit. I have an online coaching program. I'm not trying to sell him or anything. I just mentioned, oh yeah, I do that too. All right. He goes, yo, I want to hop on a call with you, bro. I want to see what you got going on, bro. He's just trying to get it at work. And I'm like, no, let's hop on a call. It's more professional. I'll show you everything. Show him everything. We'll show him the results I've gotten for people. Show him everything. I kind of asked some questions on where he's at, where he wants to get to. And I really just started working him psychologically. Again, the end goal is to help him, but I really want to get a grasp of the situation. It's like, damn, bro, so it's been like 2 years and you've been in and out of the gym, like 2 years, like 700 days, and you still haven't gotten the results you wanted, bro. Why do you think that is? Do you think you can do it yourself? Can you live another 2 months, 2 years in the same situation? Don't you feel like your actions and your lack of self-control has gotten you to this goal? Like all these psychological things I did built up through mentorship, through me learning myself, self-education on YouTube, self-education with my mentor, coaching calls I had with my mentor, developing these skills. I finally got to at least I was decent at it. And got him on financing. He was paying like I think $70 a month. Free for 30 days as well. He swiped pay on one of my lending partners, right? Buy now, pay later service. Swiped it. He financed it, $70 a month. I don't know how many months it was, I don't remember, but just from that swipe, boom. He agreed to pay those numbers. The lender gave me $1,200 straight to my account, right? Straight to my payment processor. Then I had another call. This girl, right? Came through my social media. She was actually referred from one of my clients. She came through my social media, and she was like, "Listen, you've given my friends some good results. I know you're legit. I know you have a good training program, etc. Good diet plans. Hey, I'm trying to work with you. You know, ask your questions. Same thing I did with the first guy. Ask your questions. Really broke it down psychologically, like why it is you are where you are because of you, etc." She paid $1,500 for me. Okay. I didn't know this girl pretty well. She ain't my friend. The other guy was my friend. Got a little discount. $1,500. At the time, I was my ticket price. $1,500 for 4 months. Got her on financing. She got approved. It was like, I think, $100 a month for like 18 months. Some shit like that. She strike pay, and I just made another $1,500. $1,500. So between both, I made $2,700 $2,700. $2,700 in a fucking day. When I tell you I couldn't believe it, I couldn't believe it. That's what I would make working Taco Bell and an airport job. Basically, a full-time and a part-time job. 50, 60 hour a week workload. That's what I make in a month. And I just made that in a day. It was over. I knew I could do it. So now, and the reason why that happened too, guys, I became a process-driven person. I got the things done. I'd post a 10, 15 stories a day. I'd post a 3 to 4 reels in the main grid. I'd post trial reels here and there. Well, at that time I didn't have trial reels, so I would just post like 5, 6 videos a day. But the point is, I got it done. I got it done. I was focused on the process, not the results. I went months on months on months doing this shit, making no money, but I knew if I kept showing up every single day, I would get the result. And that's what happened. $2,700 in a fucking day, bro. In a fucking day. And I felt like the man, bro. And from there, I eventually crossed in May. May, my first 10K plus month from online fitness coaching, bro. 11.6K, bro. And on top of this, I'm pretty sure I did have some Zelle payments here and there for like another 3 grand. So it was like already like a 15K month. But point is, I finally became a 6-figure online coach, 6-figure a year online coach. At this rate, 15K, right? 12K or there, whatever, what it was in Stripe. My life has completely changed. Quit my job. Quit my job. I went all in with this. And ever since then, I've been making over $10,000 a month. It's what, right? Time recording this March. All this time, bro. For the past, I don't even know how long it's been. Almost a year now. And this business model changed my life. It really did. But what ended up happening is once I bought my dream car, I bought my dream Corvette, and I moved to my dream Miami apartment, everyone was asking me how the fuck I make money. No one really cared about the fitness coaching anymore. My niche kind of switched. Everyone was asking me how the fuck did like people from high school, etc., people that just knew me, people that didn't follow me, you know. You attract you on social media, right? Unless your content's different. Like I attracted a lot of people that wanted my help for fitness coaching, but I also attracted a lot of jack guys that were similar to me and they just want to know how the fuck I'm making this money. So then I launched my mentorship program. I did fitness coaching as well for some time. Now I just do mentorship, being transparent. I did fitness coaching as well in addition to it for some time, but guys, I started transforming others' lives. This is my boy Dorian, bro. My client, Dorian. This is before, same as me, 110 pounds. But I take sauce. He really takes sauce. And he's honestly, he's trying to compete as well. So he takes it to another level. But look at the transformation this guy made. Look at that shit, bro. From like 110 to like, I think it was like 220 in this picture, 230. This guy is the typical gym bro. Made the transformation, got in shape, but he was still broke. He's working construction, hating his life. Bro, he used to make $600 a week slaving at construction. I don't know if you guys can see that. 36 hours pretty much. He'd make 570. Like that's how much his pay was. Not even 600 bucks a week slaving construction. He'd tell me all these stories that he'd have to hang upside down on some fucking cables or like fix some power like power lines or some shit, that's some internet cable, something like that. And it was construction. I don't even know what it was. Construction, some shit. It was like some labor job. He fucking hated his life, bro. He came to us originally. He wanted help. We gave him the help he needed, bro. Obviously, it was a service involved, and he paid, right? But he started going viral with our strategy, bro. Viral videos. Million views. 1.1 million views. 376K. This is all within the first week of us giving him the trial strategy. From there, he got his first close, bro. First close. $2,500. He's Canadian, by the way. $2,500 Canadian. It's about $1,800 or so US. $2,500 on a 30 to 40 minute phone call. Zoom call like this with a client. When I tell you that I got more happiness from his win and in general my student wins than me winning, I truly mean that. Because the impact that this business model had on my life is insane. It's drastic. It completely changed my life from me having no like self-love, from me like not thinking I was enough growing up, to me actually being able to make an impact on other people's lives, bro. Like genuinely. People are making monthly salaries in a phone call thanks to the information that I've learned, the information that I've spent thousands of dollars to learn, the information that I went through months of trying or months of making no money for, so they can just cut the check for speed and here you fucking go, bro. And the fact that I was able to change this guy's life, where he's making what he used to make in a month in a fucking day in a fucking 40-minute phone call. Best feeling ever. Best feeling ever, knowing that the impact that this had on me can have on someone else's life. But anywho, before I get emotional, from there, he got his first $10,000 month, his first 10K a month, bro. Right? I'll be real, this screenshot's from his like second or third month, but his first month he had some on fan bases, another process, some on Stripe. I think he had some sales. So more organized. This is like his second or third month that he made 10K. But essentially, he became a six-figure online coach as well. This guy, transparently, Dorian was my first ever 10K month testimonial, first ever six-figure testimonial because he implemented everything. He showed up, he put in the work. And another misconception that hurts a lot of people in this business model is you think, oh, because I got a mentor, I'm gonna make 10K my first month. No, that's not how it works. You can have Bill Gates as your mentor, you can have Jeff Bezos as your mentor, you can have Elon Musk as your mentor. If you don't put in the work, no matter, right? Doesn't matter who the fuck's your mentor. What matters is the work you put in and where you're at mentally, your mindset. Because I got a mentor and I didn't make money my first month with him, right? My second month, I started making some money, but I didn't get to 10K a month until May because I wasn't the man that was worthy of 10K a month. You need to become the version of yourself that's worthy of this money, the version of yourself that is deserving of being a 10K a month coach, that's deserving of being a 6 month, oh, sorry, a six-figure a year entrepreneur. You have to become that version of yourself. Self-development books, getting in the best shape of your life. Working on yourself will make you that person and your mindset too. If you're procrastinating, you're not getting everything done, well, the version of yourself that is a six-figure year coach doesn't procrastinate. He gets shit done. And ultimately, he gets the result because of the work that's put in. So I want everyone watching this to understand, whether you're looking to get a mentor or you're starting this business model with the free sauce I'm giving you, I want you to understand, if you come into it with that mindset, oh, I'll make 10K my first month, you're literally gonna smack a wall and you're gonna realize quickly that's not how it shit works. Yes, Dorian might not make 10K his first month, but he was truly there mentally. He was there psychologically. He was there with self-development. He was so locked in with manifestation, everything in between the discipline. And that's why he got a 10K month, right? And everyone's story is different, right? And I'm gonna even show you that. I'm gonna show you the flip side. Somebody else. This is my guy Juna, bro. He started with us 575 followers, you know, making no money. He was doing door-to-door sales to get the sales experience in. And he had a mentor before this, bro. He had a mentor before this that honestly didn't get him the results he wanted. He got nowhere. He didn't have that. It was one of those mentors where it's like, here's the videos and figure it out, right? Which at that point, I mean, I'm sure that helps you. Now you have the information, but it's like, that's not how I like to do business. And I don't think that's the whole point of mentorship. That's just a course. There's a difference, guys. I want you to understand this. There's mentorship where it's like actual hands-on help. It's like, yeah, there's modules and there's coursework, but like there's multiple group calls a week. There's actually questions that are going to be answered. There's actually advice on calls. There's actually new lessons all the time. Like it's not just what's in the course. It's everything. It's community. It's a mentorship. It's hands-on. It's like right. Whereas there is courses that's like here's some videos to figure it out. And the thing I love about mentorship too is like the coaching aspect, like getting one-on-one help from people that are where you want to be. Like, of course, if they've done it, you can do it too. But you got to show up. Juna, for the first 6 months of working with us, 5 months, got fucking nowhere. I love Juna to death. He's like my brother. But he was lazy as fuck. He procrastinated. He was super inconsistent. He'd post consistently for 4 or 5 days. He'd stop posting for a week. He wouldn't do stories every single day. He'd do 3 or 4 stories, just the same bullshit. DM me fit to get in shape. DM me both. It was just fucking advertisements for his program, but he didn't build the following that actually gave a shit about him, actually trusted him, and would actually even consider buying from him, or even consider DMing him, or even consider getting on a call with him because he was lazy. He wasn't there mentally. Like I'm telling you guys, you need to self-develop yourself, become the man that's worthy of these wins before you get them. And he wasn't there yet. He was not there yet. But over those few months, coaching calls we had, give him mindset, give him advice, right? He's little slowly but surely with the self-development books and just ultimately the self-development as a whole, he became the person that was worthy of them. Out of nowhere, beginning of this year, it's January, he comes to me and goes, yo, Andy, I want to hit this next level. Tired of the shit, tired of getting fucking nowhere. Let's do this shit. Show me something. Show me, like, I know you guys have been going viral. Like, how can I do it, bro? I promise you I'm gonna show up every single day. Let's do it. All right. Gave him the trial reel strategy. So you can see right here. 68.7 million views in 30 days. And it's following. This took about 6 weeks, 6, 7 weeks from what I remember. But in under 2 months, we got us following from 575 to 32.5K. All from the trial reel strategy that I'm gonna show later in this video. Completely changed his life. And just recently, about a week ago, he got his first close, $1,000. Not even financing, bro. Just paid the 1K cash app, send the money over. You got his coaching program, bro. So that just goes to show you guys what's possible with online coaching, what's possible when you lock in, and what you can do when you go all in on your dreams, on your goals, and your ambitions. You're not just hearing from me, you're seeing student wins. Those are like, my two favorite testimonials just because it shows both sides. It shows the person who's never invested in a mentor, goes in it, goes all in, is there mentally, and already starts making money off rip 10K a month. And then it also shows the second testimonial, Juna. It shows how you can't just invest to a mentorship and say, oh, I spent this money, I'm going to get somewhere. No, you have to put in the work. You have to become that person. And Juna's slow rise of 5, 6 months of inconsistency, bullshit, excuses, procrastination, to him finally getting his first close after 6 months and him actually building a real business, followers that actually appreciate him, followers that actually look up to him, and building that following from 500 to 32.5K in the span of literally, what was it, 6, 7 weeks? And now he's trying to make consistent sales from it. That's why I show those two testimonials. Those are my two favorite testimonials, both sides. But with that being said, boys, I'm about to go ahead now, show you guys this next coaching call that I had with my guy Nate. This call right here was about 40 minutes or so long, maybe 30, from what I remember, I'm not sure. But I'm going to break down the entire business model as well as a new strategy, right? I call it VTF, viewer trust funnel, that we're using now to not only build your following, but also get these guys following you to start converting and to start actually, wanting your program and to start actually trusting you, liking you, etc. I'm gonna break that down for you here in the next video. I'm gonna pop it up now. Listen, guys, take notes on everything. Show up. If you want to be successful, you can't sit through a 90-minute video. You're not meant to be successful. Natural selection. But if you are serious, I'm about to pop it over now. Watch this call with me. I'm breaking everything from A to Z on how online coaching works, how the social media funnel works, and how you can start getting paid as soon as today, as soon as the next few weeks, the next few months from this business model. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop it over now. My call with Nate. Let's get it, boys. All right, bro. So boys, this is a full breakdown on everything as far as your social media funnel. Right now, whether you know it or you don't, we are in a trust recession. People are no longer buying your program. They're just not, unless you build trust with them, which is what I've noticed. If you don't build trust with your audience, you're fucked. People are buying into you. They're not just buying into, another generic coach. Guys, ChatGPT can tell them how to track their macros. ChatGPT can give them a meal plan. ChatGPT can give them workouts, can give them everything in between. Shit, there's literally $20 a month programs that give you fitness programs on diet plans. It's not about that. When someone buys into your fitness program, they buy into you as a person, and they buy into your specific help, right? So it's very crucial that we do the following things. So I have an easy 5-step funnel that I've developed here. Took me some time to make, but I'm giving all the sauce for free, guys. As I'm recording this, it is literally my birthday, and I made it a mission to give the sauce away. Don't care for it, bro, because I'm done with this group coaching shit. I want to really take guys from the ground up with one-on-one, bro. So I'm giving all the sauce for free. We all have it here. So like, I'm literally going to show you guys. So the first step is essentially going to be your top of funnel concept, bro. So what we're going to do is we're going to structure viral videos. How do we do that? The number one thing with fitness is the before and after transformations, but you must add a wild factor to it. Guys, everything on social media is fake. Everything's fake. Let's be real. The talking videos, most 99% of people are authentic. But what's going to bring them in, unfortunately, as handsome as you are, Nate, right, my one-on-one students on this call, and as handsome as you might be watching this, people aren't just going to buy because you're handsome and you're talking about whatever it is you talk about. Like, don't get me wrong, you'll probably get 100, 200, 300 likes if it does good, maybe 1,000 something, but you're not going to get 100,000 likes, millions of views off you talking.
Very rarely, maybe 0.1% best speakers on some David Goggins shit where you get that. No, you need a different type of video, which is what's going to be that kind of top of funnel, right? Social media is a funnel. It's a beaker. We got the top, we got the middle, we got the bottom, then we got the conversion all the way at the tip. So we're going to start at the top of funnel. What we're essentially doing, guys, is we're getting a strong before and after. You skinny, you overweight, whatever transformation you made in the gym, but we want to add a wild factor to it. Something I've had some of my inner circle one-on-one students do, and it's trying to go viral, is stage clips, right? You can get a stage clip of one of your homies beating you up, right? You got bullied in school. The point is, if you growing up got bullied in school and you want to target the past version of yourself, there's no harm. It's a necessary evil. You're kind of, I guess, you're staging a video of like you getting beat up by your boys, right? Backpacks and all that stuff, right? But the end goal is that is going to help you change someone's life who went through the same thing as you, right? If you're a troubled kid who grew up, got into a lot of fights, and you were like that, stage a fight of you getting knocked out, you knocking someone out. I don't know. Point is, that's going to hook your attention and it's going to attract you. You want to attract the past version of you, right? For example, if you got cheated on, right? Okay, get a stage video. Your boy can have a wig and a basketball, and you got cheated on FaceTime. And then he says, like, he flicks you off. You know what I mean? Like, the point is to get something of substantial value that's going to hook in the viewer, something wild. There's just 3 examples I give you, right? And then from that wild hook, we're going to go ahead and do what I call the trial reel strategy. Me and Michael have developed this. It has gotten me in the past 2 months over 150 million views, Michael over 100 million, and our student June has also gotten about 80 million, I believe, in the past 2 months. In the past, honestly, month and a half or so with this same strategy. So essentially, what we're going to do, guys, you're going to make an edit. And I'm going to show you how to make an edit into 5 videos, right? So essentially, we may make an edit. Let's say you make a before and after. If you, let's say you bulked up, you went from skinny to now jacked. But you're going to put in there POV your X1 or something. That's an example, some content I do. POV your X1. You're going to show your X for a second, the stage clip, you skinny, boom. Now you're fucking jacked. You're handsome, all right? Looking good. Cool. That's going to go viral, right? But it's going to take time. So what we're going to do is that first clip of you and your ex, guys, I hate to break it to you. You don't need to have an ex. Like, come on now. You can get, there's so much software. There's AI software. You can make an AI girlfriend or any of these platforms, AI video of you and a girl. You can get a picture of you in the car. Dude, use AI to your, if you have a business, you're not using AI, you're lacking, bro. So off the top of my head, I don't remember which AI source my business partner Michael used, but you can just look it up, AI video creator and whatever. You're gonna get AI videos of you and an ex, for example. This example, I'm doing my content, ex-girlfriend, right? So you're gonna get that. And you're gonna make 5 different X clips or before clips, right? For that first 1 second of the video. It could be the same girl, different scenery, whatever it is that you're doing. So that first clip, whatever it is, you're gonna have 5 plus different first clips for that first second. What you're gonna do is from 1 full edit, you're gonna change the first clip 4 more times. So now you have 5 different videos from 1. So this is super easy to replicate, guys. I only post about 10 to 15 times a day, right? The goal is 15. Sometimes I'm just being transparent here, but essentially you can lock in and edit for not even an hour, 40 minutes. Just make 3 edits. And just by changing that first clip 5 different times, now those 3 edits are 15 edits. What you're going to do is, if you don't have it yet, it's fine. You might have to only post 10 times a day. You can't spam it too much. But once you unlock trial reels, you have to have a certain amount of time on Instagram or a certain amount of followers. Most people have it. You're going to go on your Reels tab. You're going to go to create a reel. There's going to be an option when you go to post that says trial, like make it a trial reel. You're going to click that. So once you have your videos ready for the day, let's say you made 15 videos, the first one, you're going to post as a trial. You're going to just put share. The other 14, you're going to go one by one, put your text, POV or X1, whatever it is you're using. You're going to go ahead and you're going to repeat the process of putting it in trial reels, but now you're going to put it, save as a draft. So you're going to do that 14 times. So you have 14 videos in your draft. And guys, it's as easy as this. You're going to set a timer on your phone for every 45 minutes to post another one. And then set another timer. And you're doing that the whole day. You can be in your job. You take out your phone for 30 seconds, boom, put it back in your pocket, start another timer. Easy as that. But now you're going to start going viral. Now, how it happens in trial reels is, I want you guys to understand something. When you post in your regular grid, by the 3rd or 4th post, as handsome as you are, your audience is tired of you. They're tired of it. They don't want to keep seeing the same, especially if it's the same video and you're changing one clip. Trial reels, every single video goes to a completely different audience, completely new people, completely new people. So what that means is the following things. Number one, you can post more and not get penalized. Number two, you're only targeting new people, which means you're going to gain more followers, right? I don't have the analytics here. Maybe I'll edit it in, but I've gained 17,000 followers this month alone with this strategy. And I built a following in about 5 weeks on my new second page of about to be 20K time of filming using the strategy for 5 weeks. So does it work? Oh, of course it does. It definitely works, right? But from there, that's cool and all. But how do we get them to trust you, right? Because you can have all these followers, they need to trust you. Doesn't matter. I know guys that have 800,000 followers and have made less than guys I know that have 10,000 followers. It's not about the number. It's about what you do with the number. Because these numbers are not just numbers. This isn't a bank. This is not just some analytical numbers. These are human beings you have to connect with. So the next part of the funnel is middle of funnel. What we're doing is essentially, we're going to talk to the past version of yourself, the version of yourself that was skinny, that was overweight. Share your struggles, be relatable, speak with purpose, and everything you talk about, I want you to make sure it is essential that you tie it in to your service, to what you're trying to help them with. I can take a picture right now of a Celsius, right? Energy drink. And I can literally take that picture and be like, essential. Like just take a picture and put essential. But then I can spend the next 3 minutes straight dropping Instagram stories talking about that Celsius. Anything you do in your daily life, talk about it, but always relate it. Because, for example, I want you to think about these people watching your videos as someone drowning right now in the ocean. If you're on the boat and you're like, bro, you need to lock in, bro. You gotta lock in, bro. You gotta do this and that. But you're not helping them get up, they're just gonna drown. Like you're not guiding them on what to do. Whereas if you go, bro, you need to lock, yo, bro, listen, you gotta lock in. Listen, right over there next to you, bro. You see that? Grab that real quick so you don't drown. Okay, bro. So give me a few minutes. I'm gonna get a life raft and pick you up. That's what you need to do with your content. But a lot of people on social media nowadays, they're just yapping and you need to do this, you need to lock in. Why should they lock in? For what purpose? To do what? Anyone can go on ChatGPT and find out macros. Listen, be vulnerable. The more vulnerable you are, the more people are gonna buy from you. I've made more money being transparent about my struggles than when I used to live some fake lifestyle because no one buys into that. People are gonna buy into you as a fitness coach. Either you're perfect or you're not. So either you want to sell the perfection or you want to sell that you're not. I recommend being you. Hey guys, today I didn't track my I didn't track my macros. I didn't track my macros. You know what I did to penalize myself for that? I did 300 calories of cardio. I ran a few miles. And the reason why I do that because I understand as a person, the version of me when I was skinny was because of me. It was the lack of self-development. It was the lack of self-accountability, the lack of self-control. And that's why I'm there. So now that I've made it here, I'm not going to get comfortable and just not track my food for a day and call it a day. No, I'm going to get back on that treadmill and I'm gonna get the cardio in, right? Example I give you. See how I'm not just talking to talk. I'm relating it back to who I used to be. And even though now I'm like technically to the viewer's mind, I'm above them because I'm in shape. No, I'm just like you. Like I make mistakes too, right? So be relatable, speak with purpose, and everything you talk about, tie it into your offer, right? So from there, this is the biggest thing. We're not gonna pitch directly, like drop a story and then go like, okay, so buy my program. No, no, we're gonna just give advice and ultimately connect it to your past experiences, what you've went through, and who you are now, and how always sell on the benefits of getting in shape. That's another thing. You don't want to just sell getting in shape because again, ChatGPT can do all these things. ChatGPT cannot sell the dream the way you can because you're living the dream. ChatGPT isn't a person with a six pack. You're the person with the six pack. You're the person that's tall, jacked, handsome, or short, jacked, handsome, whatever. You're the person they want to be like. So be you. Be you and sell those benefits. Sell how before you were uncomfortable taking your shirt off in public. Talk about that, right? Talk about all these things and how getting in shape has gotten you more confident talking to women, anything it is, how it's helped you and how it's benefited you and made a better change, changing your life for the better. Now, from there, this is a new thing that I'm doing now. Bottom of funnel is educational content. we have to be educational because yes, ChatGPT can show them how to track macros. ChatGPT can show them how to diet properly. What you're gonna do is you're gonna apply it to the past version of you, right? That's what's gonna sell. Because once they see you go viral, then they're in that middle of funnel, they're seeing the motivation talk, etc. But now the education also gonna have that spin of personality. Because ChatGPT doesn't have a personality. ChatGPT is a robot. I don't care how many times you teach it to be, no, it's not. It's not a person. So you're gonna talk about how to diet properly, but you're gonna talk about it from your experience, right? How to stay accountable of your diet. Talk about it from your experience. How it was for you. All the times you fucked up on your diet, all the things you learned from this process of being consistent, how being consistent dieting has impacted your life because you're more consistent in other areas. You're going to sell your information the way it was for you, the way you self-educated yourself, right? Same thing with meal prep, same thing with eating healthy while working. You're going to talk about how you mentally, when you worked a 9 to 5, right? If you're still working a 9 to 5, great, that too. How you, even though you work a 9 to 5, you still make time to make your meals because you understand that you owe it to yourself to become the best version of yourself. You understand that guilt of not taking that hour early, waking up a little earlier to make that food or making food for the whole day or all these little things that you do to meal prep for the day. Do you understand that that guilt is much worse than anything else? You're going to communicate that. You're going to speak with your energy. It's in a show. It's that vibration is what sells, bro. That's what's going to sell, bro. And I actually had this in my notes, bro. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up here on the side while I show this. But it's this quote that one of my mentors said, and it's so fucking true. Let me see if I find it. Let me see. I don't know if I'm gonna find it, bro. It was so good. Yeah, I'll find it later. But yeah, I don't know where it is. Something, it was really good, but whatever. But the point is, from there, right? What we're doing is we're showing them competence, we're showing them authority, and we're showing them the knowledge that you have. Because what every other coach does is they do too much of this, but they don't do enough of this. Like every coach that you see right now that might have all these followers, they're not making money because they don't do this, they don't do the middle. If you can perfect all this, most people don't perfect this. They don't. They don't perfect the top. They don't perfect the middle. Something in this area is missing. It is. It's usually what happens. But we're not going to do that because on top of the fact that we're nurturing them from that top of funnel to the middle of funnel to the bottom of funnel, we're taking it a step further, guys. We're not just going to push them to DM to book a call. So everyone in here, whether you're new or etc., you're watching this video, what I want you to do is in your bio, you're going to put DM me whatever your word is. DM me bulk, DM me fit, DM me ready to get started, whatever it is. But under that, you're going to have a YouTube video, preferably at least 2 hours. Like, trust me, 2 hours is key. And that 2 hour video is going to sell itself. It's going to be 2 hours of you being you, just being you, like being the real version of you for 2 hours straight. And what you're going to do in that video is talk about your story for about 30 minutes or so. After those 30 minutes of your story, you're going to hop on a coaching call. You have one of your fitness clients. If you don't have a fitness client, hey, just keep being you. Do a 1 hour call of you explaining something yourself, right? Then from there, you're going to close it off and you're gonna talk about something else that maybe the change you made, like just really like a whole hour and a half, just raw talk, bro, but also educational, right? So I'd say 30 minutes raw talk or so, right? Just you, your story, then an hour of educational. An hour and a half is fine for fitness. More than that, it's not necessary, right? If you have students though, and they're getting results, then that's how we can fill the next 30 minutes. It's actually showing testimonials of real world students that you have. If not, an hour and a half is fine, guys. But what we're going to do is we're going to build an extra trust layer that 90% of the coaching industry doesn't have. I want you to understand, guys, we're in a trust recession. Coaching is 100% oversaturated. I'm not like these other gurus that lie to you. Coaching is oversaturated. Of course it is. Everyone nowadays is a fitness coach. Guess what? Let me tell you a secret most people don't know. 95% of them or 90% of them quit after a few months because they don't make money because their mentors don't know what they're talking about, right? But the other 10% is making more money than ever before. Last summer, you can just post a transformation, be jacked, handsome, and you just get money. No, now you have to build trust. It's harder. But guess what? 90% of people aren't willing to put in the work. But that 10% that do, hopefully you guys watching this, hopefully you, Nate, you guys are going to make the most money because you're actually putting in the work. You're not skipping steps and you're building trust. So On top of everything I just mentioned, the top, the middle, and the bottom of funnel, we're gonna do a YouTube funnel. So your bio is gonna say whatever your keyword is, but now you're gonna have a linked video. You're gonna say how I, for example, let's say Nate, I'm not sure the exact top of my head, but let's say I'll give you my example. How I went from 110 pounds in middle school, whatever. Let me say middle school. How I went from 110 pounds to 185 pounds, for example, right? And just it's a little arrow, and you're posting to this YouTube video. And now all the skinny guys that came through my page, if I was still a fitness, would be like, "Holy fuck, this guy gained 70 pounds." Nah, I gotta see the video. So they're gonna click on the video. Whether it's a new follower, they've been seeing you for a while, it's always gonna be like in front of their face. It's like this like aura of this video. Like they just gotta want to, they're gonna want to watch. If they even have the slightest interest in getting in shape, they're gonna watch. And the best part is we do high ticket coaching. We don't do $200 a month. We do 1 to 2K packages for fitness coaching. So all you need is 5 to 10 guys a month, and you're making a 6-figure a year income. So your YouTube video, I'll be real, even if you have 10,000 followers, your YouTube video might get 200 views, 300 views. But you know, Nate, right? You guys maybe not know watching this. 200 people buying your program could be $400,000, 400 grand in your bank. Nah, let's be real. It's realistic. It's in a perfect world. That's not gonna happen. What's gonna happen is maybe you'll get a couple guys a month, right? Maybe you'll get 5 to 10 guys a month. But that YouTube is gonna be a money printer, because not only are you getting people from your Instagram clicking it, but you're gonna have, if you have a good thumbnail, which again, guys, use AI. You have a good thumbnail, you're gonna get organic people from YouTube that are not gonna get to know you for 2 hours. Even if it's just 10 people, you should 10 people that know who you are for an hour and a half, 2 hours. They're gonna buy from you. They're gonna go on your Instagram, linked in the description of the video, and they're gonna click and they're gonna DM you, right? But like I said, guys, that's the video you're gonna make. So they're gonna see the ME mentor, they're gonna click your YouTube video, they're gonna watch your whole YouTube video. By then, not only have they built trust through your whole funnel, but now they build even more trust because they know who you are for an hour and a half. So they fucking trust you. Then from there, what's gonna happen? If you're, let's say, let's put you in the perspective of the viewer. If you saw my viral video on Instagram, you resonated with me on that. You resonated with me on my middle of funnel content, giving advice, etc., etc. You like my educational content, like you're watching that all the time, and now you watch my YouTube content for an hour and a half. Then you're gonna see, when you go back, all my stories, all the stories I'm posting every day. You want to post, on average, I'd say 10, I'd say 15, at least 15 to 20 stories a day, right? And don't overcomplicate it, bro. Look at your surroundings, bro. Oh, look, I'm looking right now, Diet Coke. Bro, take a picture of Diet Coke. This keeps me sane. And then talk about Diet Coke for fucking 3 minutes. Bro, when I'm craving, bro, and late at night, like apply it to everything. Bro, throughout the day, I always want a sweet treat. So I drink Diet Coke because XYZ, right? Like anything, look around you, like you can easily find. And the 12, I don't know how many hours you guys be up in a day, you can find 15 minutes to talk on your stories. But that's going to build trust. So now these guys came from YouTube. They're watching you 15 minutes on your stories, being you. Like, you think, why would they not buy from you at this point? How well do they know you? These guys can come to the street and be like, holy shit, I feel like I know you. And that's the difference. Even me, guys, I used to be this guy where people go to me like, damn, bro, your ex got cracked, right? So people go up to me, they're like, yo, like they say yo, and it's like, they feel like they know me. And that's what I want your guys' audience to be like too. Authentic, right? But guys, how the YouTube funnel works, besides that like video in your bio that's kind of going to bring them in, we're going to go ahead and do 2 to 3 videos per week. There's 3 types. Raw talk, which is just you literally in your car. I don't care if you have a 1990 something Toyota, whatever car you have. I don't care what it is. Okay? If it's a nice Benz, cool. If it's a Corvette, cool. Doesn't matter. In the car, talking your shit. In your couch, talking your shit. In your fucking terrace, talking your shit. I don't care if there's cockroaches in the wall. Your current situation, it's authenticity. And you're going to just talk. Literally just talk. Right? So now they already know your story. So you're just going to talk anything that's on your mind for 30 minutes. I'm sure throughout the week, you'll have a light bulb moment. For that one raw talk, you have a week of something you're going to talk about. Maybe it's how, whatever it is, like the past version of yourself. Like me, what got me in the gym growing up is my parents were always arguing. Right? It took this toll on me mentally where I'm like, bro, I gotta get out the house. I can't keep hearing all this arguing. So I'd sneak into my dad's weight room and I hit the gym. Like whatever it is, whatever your raw talk is, raw talk once a week. And then you want to do an educational video as well, once a week as well. What I recommend is like a certain aspect. You can be like, I don't know, these habits changed my life and helped me make the transformation that I got, right? These habits help me get in shape. You can talk about habits, talk about your morals. You can even talk, guys, Bible study. I'm dead ass. Like, I want to get into that too, because I've recently got a closer license. I want to do Bible studies on my YouTube. Like, be you. So raw talk educational doesn't have to be fitness. It can also be Bible talk, etc. And then from there, the third one, once you have proof of concept, this might take a few months for you guys. That's why I say 2 to 3 times a week, case studies. Like, so you got a client on, he's been in the program for 4 months. He gained 15, 20 pounds of muscle, showed before and after, talk about his experience, how it was for him. That's going to build even more trust. And that's how you go from being a little side hustle business to being a real business. When you have people giving you word of mouth clients and you have actual real 30-minute videos, case studies, testimonials of your people. So that's how we survive the trust recession era. I'm telling you now, guys, all the people, and I'm seeing it in front of my face, guys I used to be friends with, right? 90% of the info business, you're going to see them fall off the map. You're going to see them stop posting. You're going to see them go broke. And it's because you can't skip steps in business, guys. A slow rise is better than a quick rise and a quick downfall. It's very crucial that you build the trust with your audience. Guys, I have people now in my DMs. I love you guys, but they don't even want to get on a sales call. They're like, just shoot me the link, bro. Let's fucking do this shit. I don't even want to hear it. Like, I want to talk to Andy. Like send me the link. They don't even want to hop on the call with my closer, right? They just want to get on the phone with me, send me a link, and it will tell me. And that's the kind of relationship I want you guys to have with your audience. So, like I said, guys, how you survive that long form, that trust recession is YouTube. Because YouTube builds long form trust, shows proof, shows your competence, and those long videos make them get to know you. And then from there, bro, this is how we convert. Your Instagram followers are going viral. Your followers start getting nurtured. They start getting educated. They move to YouTube where they learn from you, they apply, and they start trusting you. This is the best part about giving the sauce away for free. If they start applying your free sauce, and let's say your niche is gaining weight, and they gained in 2 months in a month, let's say in 2 months of your free sauce, and they gained 7, 8 pounds of muscle, and they're seeing you every day, they almost feel like they owe it to you to get your one-on-one help. They're like, bro, this guy helped me already get results. I can just imagine what his paid service is like. And now they feel like they owe it to you. And from there, they return your Instagram. They see the stories every single day, 15, 20 times a day. They can't escape. It's like an ad every day. But they actually focus you, so they're watching the whole story. Then they're going to DM you your keyword. And you get them on a sales call. Some questions, what they're going through. You attack their pain with the end goal of helping them, of course. You pitch financing. You close them anywhere from 1 to 5K. I personally sold 5K yearly programs. When you build that level of trust with YouTube, it's possible. I did it without YouTube, but that was, again, last summer. It was easier. But you guys should stick to 1 to 2K starting out. And from there, bro, they join. They're excited. They're ready. Biggest thing is, before I end this recording, the number one thing you cannot lose is your reputation in business. A big reason why a lot of people you're seeing now in this niche, even when I do fitness mentorship, whatever, or any other niche, they're starting to fall off and have their struggles. You cannot ever forget about your clients. Once this 2K, now you owe them the top-notch service. Now you owe them the results, right? You can't get the results for them, but you better know that they better feel that you're going to die trying. You're going to do everything you can to get them results. You're going to stay on top of them, and you're going to show up. And once you do that, and you build trust, and you show up for your clients, even after the sales call, your reputation is going to build up. You're going to be authentically you, and you being transparent about your struggles is going to lead to people trusting you. Because there's no point of being transparent but leaving details out. Be transparent. I don't care if you just lost your car broke down, and you're a fitness coach, right? Talk about that shit. Car broke down, right? And I still got my diet in. I still got my work in. Like everything is up for grabs. The more transparent you are, the more money you make. But that's essentially from A to Z how you can make money from your physique. And it's changed my life. It's changed my client's Nate's life. and it's changed a lot of my students' lives. But essentially, it's as simple as that. I hope you guys enjoyed the free sauce. I gave it all away for free. And from here, I'm actually going to continue with Nate, and I'm going to, really show you a call of Nate doing this and actually making 1K. But with that being said, boys, I'll see you on the flip side. Yo, what's going on, boys? We're here with our one-on-one inner circle student, Nate, bro. And basically what we're gonna do, bro, is I'm gonna go over with Nate. He just recently got his second full paid in full close. It was a 1K. We're not only gonna show the 1K close, but we're also gonna have Nate's take as a student, what it's been like. Because a lot of people think getting into this industry, it's like you just make money online. Like, no, it's really hard. But I'm gonna let Nate, kind of say his take on it. So Nate, like from your experience, like let's talk about the sales calls and stuff like that. Like the whole aspect of being on the phone with a stranger or whatever, like new people every day and kind of selling them. Is it as easy as you thought, or is it a little bit more difficult than you thought?
I feel like a lot of people overthink it. It is actually a lot more easier than you think. It's just getting to the basis that we're people, and the people that are seeking help are literally seeking help from you. Like they just want to see, they just need a person that they can resonate with, that they can feel like, hey, this person is going to understand me. And once you get past that mental barrier, um, of just knowing that this is just another person that just needs help, they need service, it does make it a lot more simpler. But yeah, after the first couple of calls, it is a little nerve-wracking because you're not used to talking to somebody
Yeah.
over the phone, doing a sales call, especially asking, not like asking for money, but like this is a service, like this is your business.
Yeah, yeah.
Once you dial in and recognize like this is my business, and I'm servicing people, I'm doing this to help somebody with the knowledge and wisdom that I've gained, like the experience I've gained, it does make it 100 times more easier. And over time, like as you do it, you know, it gets simpler after that.
100%, bro. And like, obviously, Michael's helped you a lot with this too. Like, Michael's help, because also I help you with social media too, but like, Michael's help social media wise, like, the going viral, the kind of like knowing what you need to post. Like, do you feel like that's also helped you not only have more confidence in front of the camera, but also has led up to you getting more sales calls booked, more leads? Like, what has been like the social media experience like for you so far since joining?
100%. So I would say with social media, um, yeah, it feels like very awkward. You go through this weird awkward stage of just posting content, especially if you have friends or family that see you as like, oh, look at this guy Nate. He's doing fitness content now.
Yeah.
And you posting this consistently, like, yeah, you're gonna feel awkward. You're gonna feel strange. But when you're consistent, and that's what I can say with the help of the coaches, they definitely helped me just be more consistent in what to post out. Because volume, like when people see you post consistently and having high volume, they recognize that. They recognize the guy that, oh, this is the fitness guy now. Oh, he's consistent. He's showing up for himself. Like people recognize that. And it may take like 7 to 20 videos sometime. And yes, it takes time, but people will recognize when you are consistent and you're doing the thing. Like if you're somebody that's fit, like it's already proven in itself. People will come to you. People admire that.
Exactly, bro. And that's literally what me and Michael preach every time, we're on a one-on-one call or, the students in our community as a whole. It's you have to be consistent, bro, because every person watching your video, it's like you're jump starting a car, right? You need to rev it long enough for it to start. It's the same thing with your business, right? If these guys see you miss even one day, why would they trust you? Why would they buy from you? I mean, it's the consistency of showing up, saying your truth, being who you are. And the best part is that Nate, you're authentically who you are. And that's why you're getting clients because every day when you're on the camera, the same person on camera that if I were to go to Philly right now and meet you in person, it's the same person. So that's why people buy from you. And that's why we're seeing the results, bro. But with that being said, bro, like just be transparent with these guys. I mean, it has been a few months that you've been in the program. It hasn't been like, oh, I do have students that have made 10K their first month. Right? It all comes and goes. And it's not necessarily that the students make more money or necessarily better. Maybe it just strings around. It just all came up better for them, right? Like I have students that like my student that we were Dorian who got his first 10K month with us in 30 days. He didn't even really use my strat. Like he wasn't like talking all the time. He wasn't really nurturing them. His following was just guys were ready to buy just because his physique is insane. You know, I'll be real. It's not the perfect testimonial. Every person's different, but your experience so far, like, just really tell the audience, like, the ups and downs you went through, like how many sales calls you've taken on estimate, like how many times you've been on a call and I've been like, yo, Nate, this is buns, this is ass, you could have done better, right? Like, just walk them through like how many losses it took to get your first win, bro.
Um, I remember when I first got in, it took me about like the first like 6 calls. It was about like 6 calls before I got my first one that I got, my first 1K. Um, what I would say with that is that it really just goes back to like your identity. Because I feel like a major misconception that I feel like I've ran into and I is really my identity. Like, yes, like it's so easy to like, yo, I'm gonna make like a 10K, a 10K deal, 5K deals, like back to back to back. But
Yeah,
this is something that you have to develop. And that's the whole point of getting a coach. That's the whole point of having somebody that's a mentor to help you is with that mindset. And so when you get in, like depending on where you are in your journey, it may take longer, it may take shorter. If you have an insane physique, again, speaks for itself. But also like when it comes to your mindset, it's knowing your authority. And so yeah, it took me a moment because I felt like at that time, like I needed to work on my mindset.
yeah, yeah.
But until like that 6 call came in, I'm like, you know what? I got to lock in and I'm going to get this deal. And then after that 6 call, we locked in. I called Andy, I called Colton, and we locked in. We got it.
Got it, bro. Yeah, and that's what's up. And what I will say from my experience, transparently, like, dude, I know a lot of people in the industry. The guys that have the quickest come ups usually have the hardest falls. And it's not nothing personal against those guys. They're great people. A lot of people I know personally. But the reason why a lot of people, they have a slight success and they fall off or etc. is because like you said yourself, you have to build it. You have to take your time in building an audience. It's not just views. Yes, like me and Michael will get you viral, but you can have 100,000 followers, but if you don't implement everything, like from nurturing the guys, from being authentically you, but trying to be a off-brand version of me or Michael or another fitness coach, that's not gonna sell. Like if you really show up on the camera every day, you're consistent, you're posting all these stories every single day, you're posting reels, and every reel and every story is you have to be the same person from the stories to the reels to the YouTube to the DMs, and you've been doing great at that. And even though, like, yeah, we've only really gotten two deals, right? I want you to understand that that's the foundation that's needed, and it's great that it took a few months because, for example, I'll be fully transparent. Like our student Dorian, I'm not here to tell no lies. Like he made 10K his first month, then his next month was 4K. And he went like a month or two without making anything. And it's exactly what I'm telling you all, tell the viewers is you can't skip steps. You really need to make sure you build that foundation, which is that trust. Because right now, information as a whole, whether it's fitness, fucking trading stocks, or just in general mentorship, whether anything it is, we're in a trust recession. It's important that you build an audience that trusts you. And the only way that happens is by being authentically you, right? Now, we do have a recording of the payment being collected with your client. So I'm going to just share that really quick, kind of show these guys what's possible. And then I'm going to edit in on the YouTube, like the screenshot of it, right? But Nate, are you a paid actor, bro? Or like you really making money with this, bro? Because like, you know what I'm saying? I know they're going to make videos. Like, what's good?
We definitely making money. Another point I wanted to add on to is the next, and it just goes into the development part. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like so many people want to make that quick money, but how are you going to consistently make that money? And so once you develop that characteristic, that next part is that retention. Once you grab that individual, it's like, okay, how can you're also developing that person as well. And so this is real. Like you're actually helping people. Like it's more than a business. Like this is a lifestyle. And yeah, man, like
It's exciting. I know.
Oh
I know.
yeah,
That's
their
how it's
lives.
for us and Michael. Like Michael, so just like you haven't taught that much, right? How has
yeah,
it been for you as a mentor, like seeing your students go viral and ultimately having students like Nate that are making money with our products? How was that?
yeah. I was just gonna add to that. Like, it's a really amazing feeling. Like, especially whenever I was doing fitness coaching, but just showing that skill set and bring it on to other people. And one thing I wanted to bring up, it's like, guys, like Nate, like he's no different than you. Like he's making money, 1K deals while he's in the military. While he was working, when he started working with us, he was working the traditional 9 to 5, and he was still making money with coaching. Like a lot of you guys might see like a lot of videos online, like go all in, you have to drop out of school, you have to quit your job. No, guys, like, you can literally, if you work a 9 to 5, you can make an extra 2 to 3K a month while doing this online fitness coaching business. Like you don't have to just drop whatever you're doing. Literally, Nate was in the military overseas, posting videos. I think you got your first client when you were overseas, right, bro? Or was that when you came back?
That's when I just came back, but I'm still in the military, but I was working an office job at the time. Yeah, I was
Hell yeah,
working a
bro.
full-time office job. Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to bring up, guys. It's like it's all about like the dedication and the time allocation that you have, whenever you want to reach these goals. You don't have to be in some sort of spot where it's like, oh man, I have to quit my job. Oh, I have to do this to start this business. You can start it right now, start it from the beginning, make an extra 2 to 3K a month. Hey, if you're making as much as you're making from your job, maybe you want to quit. It really all depends on your goals. But at the end of the day, this business model is for anyone, no matter what situation you're in. Just wanted to bring that in.
I
Perfect, guys.
also wanted to add too,
Yeah, go ahead. Hey, let's do it.
so it's so easy for people, it's so easy to buy, but don't quit on your coach. Like so many people, because think about it, if somebody's buying a service from you and you just quit on your mentor, what does that say about you? Like you want to continue to show that consistency. Like this takes time. Once you get to your first closed, you want to let your client know to say, hey, like I'm here to service you, I'm here to help you. Like don't give up on them and continues to remind them. That's what Andy and Colton were there. Like they called up, they checked on us. We had the calls and we followed up. Whenever I had like a close, we spoke about it. We made improvements and then boom, we made that sale.
Yeah, bro. And then that's exactly it. Like, even the community aspect of our community, like I make sure that you guys take care of each other because at the end of the day with business, you're gonna have those doubts, you're gonna have those thoughts. And everyone is, right? Like, Michael was this fucking smoothie barista and they get social media and then college and he went months without making money. Same thing with me. Like we both went through the same thing you guys were going through. The only reason why we are mentors now and we're like, I guess, successful, but my success is your guys' success. But the only reason why me and Michael are, I guess, successful is because we never gave up. And that's the principle we try to instill in you guys. Because if me and Michael went 5-6 months without making $1 online, we just kept showing up. Michael went years without making money online. People don't like he doesn't even talk about this. Like
Yeah.
Michael social media for years. He was making content for years before he even got a little sponsorship deal, a little $500 deal. Like it's about the consistency. The reason why it took Michael years is because he didn't have a mentor. Then once he got a mentor, you're gonna tell Michael 10K.
Yeah, bro. Once I got a
10K
mentor,
your second month, right?
yeah, exactly. Because I was just lacking the information.
Exactly, bro. And that's how a lot it is for a lot of people. A lot of people just lack information. But for example, like Nate said, I love the way he said it. It every person's different. Wherever you're at your self-development journey, your results will show that, right? Maybe you need help on mindset, whatever you need. But at the end of the day, we're here to help. But Nate, I really am. I'm gonna start sharing my screen real quick because I want to show these guys like real time. Like you did make money. Like you did. This isn't a paid actor, right? So look, this is the call that Nate had with his new fitness client, Josiah. I'm gonna go quickly through it. So essentially, I'm gonna run through the transcript and then I'll show the part where he paid. We get the link. So right here, essentially, I'm gonna start playing it. Let me see. Where's it at? So weird. We'll get you right now. Hold on. Okay, right here. So at this point, guys, the client gets approved, and you're gonna see how Nate does what we call in sales a reframe. So he reframes his mindset and kind of reminds him of the whole reason why he's on the call and what he offers. And you're going to see him literally say how much the financing is for. Because guys, no one buys your fitness program cash. I'll be real. I've had guys buy my mentorship cash. I also had guys buy my fitness program cash. Like it's a possibility. But for the most part, in this economy, in general, life isn't easy, right? Life is hard. And the best thing about us is we're essentially giving these guys a coaching package, giving them a transformation, but for a very low monthly. I think his client paid like 70, $80 a month. And you're going to see it now live. I'm going to play it right now. You're going to see him literally talk over the financing options. And the cool thing is, guys, Nate made 1K, but his client's only paying about like 70, $80 a month. So it's really flexible. But with that being said, boys, I'm going to play the recording real quick. You're going to see Nate reframe the client. And then I'm going to show the screenshot once he pays, right? So I'm going to go ahead and run you guys through it.
This is 98.67 per month.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the name? And it says I might just look it up, but it says 187 total interest. So I guess that's just like a breakdown of
Just oh, I just peeped, boys. I think the screen recording's
what is it?
Yeah, interest is just
hold on.
yeah, it's a financing. So that's what
Run it back. I'll edit that out. Let me go back. So we started right here. All right, bet. Let's do it.
Okay, cool, got it. So I was thinking on
what was that?
I was thinking on doing the 98 per month. I mean,
Month?
it says 98 67 per month, but it says 187 total interest. Is that like increasing on your end or increasing on my end? Like, do I have to pay 187 plus or
I can hear you.
I
Is that again?
I was saying that I was thinking about doing the 12 payments. It says 98.67 per month.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the name? It says I might just look it up, but it says 187 total interest. So I guess that's just like a breakdown of just trying to think about what that
Interest is
what is that?
yeah, interest is just yeah, it's a financing. So that's what Affirm and Klarna are. They're like financing apps.
Mhm.
So it's almost like using a credit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's how you're able to pretty much pay it per month.
Okay.
Mhm. This gaming laptop is like 30. Yeah, like that.
But just so, before we keep continuing the recording, what I like that Nate did is that he basically just blew off the interest. He like, oh yeah, it's just how you finance it or whatever. And that's why I got to close because financing is something that's sensitive. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be here and be like, oh well, like Nate is a fitness coach. He's not a fucking banker. You know what I mean? So Nate just like, yeah, fine, yeah. So it's like, it's like a credit. You got to use it to pay monthly, and then that's what you guys got to do when you're on a sales call as well. But I'm going through
It's like this automated feature where it like zooms in and zooms out. Like really.
right here.
So how would this how does this process do? I remember you showed me um that did before something like that. How does this work out? So it's like will you become an accountability partner? Will you give me workouts? Will you give me meal plans? Like how would this whole thing work out?
Yeah, so I'm a virtual personal trainer.
Mm-hmm.
And so similar to like the mastermind call, like we're gonna have like a weekly call. So that's gonna be my focus to
Let me put the speed down to 1. This is easier to watch.
always dial in on mindset, creating strategies, systems of how we can best optimize our week and tackle it throughout the week. You also get a nutrition plan that's catered and it's just staying consistent with just eating better and creating a better lifestyle with that. And then also you get the app. So I'm gonna download the app, and that's where through the app is like we're gonna be able to communicate as well. We also have like the workout plans that I put on there.
Okay.
Yep. But yeah, there's a meal plan you'll get. We have the app, and then of course our coaching calls, which we're going to strategize and focus on mindset strategies throughout the week.
Okay.
So what I like that Nate did is that he kind of gave a quick overview of his program, kind of everything, but he fit it to the client's needs, and that's also a reason why he closed them and he's coaching them. It's because when you're on a sales call, guys, this game I'll give you, you have to always put it in the client's perspective and also show that you care. Nate, it just radiates off him that he cares because he's just naturally a genuine person. So you can tell on the call when he's speaking that he just genuinely cares. Even the way he's formulating his sentences, like, yeah, so we're gonna dial in your mindset. We're gonna get your strategy set up. We're gonna go, every day, week by week, on how we're gonna tackle your problem. And what did Nate do? He showed that he is a solution to this person's problems. And that's exactly why this deal closed. Now, from there, I mean, I'm not going to show the whole thing, but essentially from there, his first payment's March 16, which is ironically his mom's birthday. From there, and kind of runs it through it. Okay, so you said, look,
Okay.
I did it. What?
Um,
The payment. Cool.
That went through.
Yep, did it. This is completing prayer. Don't close the window. Don't close the window.
Completed purchase. Don't close the window. And I'm gonna pop up the screenshot right now of Magic YouTube editing. Boom. 997. $1,000 close right there from my man Nate. But yeah, Nate, I mean, before we close off, we do have a coaching got to get here, one-on-one, right? You can't get the sauce, all the sauce for free, but like, bro, just give these guys like your genuine rundown. Like, how does it feel? For number one, like, give your honest thoughts. When you first joined this, did you think like this was a scam? Because a lot of people think that nowadays, right? Did you think it's a scam? You think there's no way these guys are making money online, or did you genuinely believe it, right? And that aside, now that it's actually happened, how does it feel for you knowing that you can not only impact someone's life, but make $1,000, $2,000 possibly in a 40-minute phone call? Like, what's that like, bro?
So my first thought process, it wasn't that it was a scam because I mean I wouldn't be buying in the first place to ask for a mentor if I didn't trust you. Um, so the one thing I look for in a mentor is conviction, and their personal experience. Like that's what attracts me. So conviction, which is their personal experience, and then also their identity, who they are as a person. Like, can I see a part of myself in that individual, and can they lead me in that direction or guide me in those steps? And so, yes, there was a level of trust that I had, and that's why I bought into it. And yes, it's been helping me. Um, but going back to what I was saying earlier, it starts with your mindset. Like, you can be ready to go, you can be ready to buy, but are you ready to like really be disciplined mentally to listen to your coach? Like that's I feel like so many people just don't know how to listen and follow the process because that's what it leads down to. Like you're ready to buy, but are you actually going to take the time, structure the system, put the system in place that the coach has given you, and do that consistently? And when you do that consistently, that's when you're going to get results by doing those consistent actions. Like it doesn't come easy. Like, yes, I said it is a mindset. And as you continue to do the thing consistently, yes, you're going to have ups and downs. You're going to feel volatile. There's going to be many moments where you feel like, I don't think it's worth it because I'm not making anything. And that's part of the process. But once you make that sale, like that first sale is honestly the hardest part. After that, it's like, oh, this is my business. Like, I know who I am. Like, I can do this. After that, it definitely gets simpler. Not easy, but it gets simpler because you know that you're capable of doing it. You got it.
Oh yeah, bro. And what was it like that first time, $1,000, you were on the phone for like 40 minutes? I know, like I think me and Michael at one point hopped in and helped like the girl out, like the client you have with like financing. But how was it for you? Like just $1,000 made. Obviously you've worked a 9 to 5 route. You've done service for our country, but like making $1,000 in 40 minutes, like what was that feeling like, bro? Just describe it to the viewers, bro.
Honestly, it was amazing because I didn't realize that I was actually capable of closing somebody because before those calls, like the 4 or 5 calls previously, I was low-key sabotaging myself. Like I had the ability to close these people, but I was sabotaging myself because of my belief. But then once I got that closed, it was just a new belief. I'm like, okay, I can do this. I'm capable of doing this. And that just like opened my mind up. I'm like, wow, like this is real, it's possible. And again, this is your business. Like you really can make money helping people. So it just blew my mind after that moment. So yeah.
Get it, bro. Nate, I'm very happy we had this call. Obviously, we're gonna continue our coaching call now. I'm gonna wrap up the video, but I hope this gives all the viewers watching, whether you came from my page or Michael's page, or my business partner, where we work together. I hope this gives you insight on a realistic expectation that a standard we set here, and it's beautiful the way Nate said everything because the coach can't do it for you. And I want to give you guys realistic expectations. Nate's been in the program for a few months. He's finally starting to see those results, and it's all due to mindset. It's all due to certain things he had to perfect. But now that he's there at 100%, not only are we going to continue to document his journey, but all of our other students inside our YouTube, inside our stories, and at least now you guys know from someone who's inside the community what it's like and just how it all works, bro. But with that being said, boys, I'm gonna end the recording here, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.